Hey guys, welcome back to the Kool-Aid Podcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about a player who I did not imagine to be talking about in Neymar Jr. Could a return for the uncrowned prince happen this summer? And then as well, guys, we're going to be talking about Barcelona's pursuit for a new goalkeeper. And lastly, giving you guys an update in regards to Vitor Roque, as we have received basically the here we go from Fabrizio Romano, in which he will be flying to Brazil to join Palmeiras. But guys, as always, make sure to follow me on social media platforms. Everything's posted down below in the description. Go over there and check me out. That way you can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. But guys, let's get started with the video. All right, guys, let's get started with the video and let's talk about Neymar Jr. because David Ornstein, a very reliable journalist, he has basically reported that there have been early discussions between Neymar's camp and Barcelona over a return this summer. His priority is a Barca move, but a lot of things need to happen, but it is a possibility. We're following further reports have said that this is Neymar's plan to return to Barcelona. One is to regain match sharpness at Santos. Two, rejoin the Brazilian national team to prepare for the 2026 World Cup. And then in the summer, you join Barcelona on a free transfer. Now, this is all for me very, very confusing. Number one, he has just recently joined Santos after what was a very disappointing spell at Al Hilal. And on top of that, what type of mindset is Neymar Jr. going to be at? Neymar Jr. right now, I don't think that he's at the mindset of saying, hey, he wants to be competing at the highest level to basically win, the biggest trophies in the world of football. And is he actually going to be fit and available? I've been hearing and looking at all these rumors in regards to a potential Neymar return, but I have a lot of doubt. And even, looking at that, I don't know if I'd be open to a move with Neymar returning. I'm a huge fan of Neymar, guys. I do not want you guys to be confused. I think Neymar is one of the most talented players to ever play the game of football. He has talent to spare, but one of the biggest issues is his availability. In his entire time at Al Hilal, he only played 7 matches, guys. I was looking at some reports and it was basically saying that for every minute and every match that Neymar played, Al Hilal, they had to pay roughly 13 million euros or 13 million pounds or whatever was the currency that they were using for Neymar's signature. And that's absolutely crazy. We want a player who is available. And two, how would he even fit in the system under Hansi Flick? Would Neymar just take up the number 10 role and just replace Dani Olmo in the starting lineup? Or would Hansi Flick try to play Neymar out wide? I don't think Neymar is at the position in his career where his best position is out wide. I think he's much more suited now in that number 10 role. So sort of, a similar progression that of Messi, start out wide and then cut inside and drift towards the middle. But this is very exciting news because it's Neymar, because of the nostalgia that we do have. But whether it's possible and whether it's realistic and whether if it's feasible, that's something completely different. But I want to know your guys' opinions in regards to that. Because, Neymar, some talks there have been, discussed between Pina Sahavi and the club and is an actual possibility. I want to know your guys' opinions in regards to that. Would you guys want Neymar to return to Barcelona? Me personally, I just think that's a door that is best left closed. But the excitement and the nostalgia of a Neymar returning to Barcelona, that is always going to be there, and it is something that can excite you. But at this point in the moment, looking at where he's at in his career, I think it's best that Barcelona just move on. But who knows? Maybe if he absolutely tears it up at Santos, then a potential move is on the cards, but very, very unlikely. But now, guys, I want to be moving on, and I want to be talking about Joan García, because this is a goalkeeper who plays for Espanyol, and he has been on the radar for Barcelona. And there have been a lot of scouting reports in regards to them, and they have been very, very positive because the uncertainty of the goalkeeper position. We don't know who's going to be our long-term goalkeeper, whether it's going to be Ter Stegen, Szczesny, the whole situation regarding Neke Peña. There's a lot of uncertainty in that position. So Barcelona, they are looking for alternatives, and Joan García, he has a release clause, which is 30 million euros, which increases during the last 15 days of each transfer window and goes up to 35 million euros if he becomes an international player. Espanyol, they want the full release clause. It's understandably so. But if an offer comes on June the 14th that isn't the full clause, but it's instead, sort of like an installment plan where there are fixed payments and add-ons, they would not be against it. Now, shout out to NJ, a fellow viewer of the channel, and he basically was glowing some very positive reviews in regards to Joan Garcia, a goalkeeper who has been impressive so far this season. And me personally, I don't know much about Joan Garcia. I will need to watch a little bit more of him, look at some more reports in regards to that, whether to give you my opinions about his quality. But Barcelona in the market and looking for alternatives from the goalkeeper position is a very, very good move. One, because Ter Stegen is getting up there in age, and two, I do think that we need a replacement. Szczesny, let's say he replaces Ter Stegen in the lineup, he has, he is over the age of 30. He's on the wrong side of 30, and he has a day in which he is going to be looking to retire. And so Barcelona looking for a goalkeeper for the long term, that could be a very, very viable move. And now, guys, the last piece of news I do want to talk about is in regards to Vitor Roque, because we have received the here we go confirmation from Fabrizio Romano, and the deal is now in place. We've basically talked about yesterday how everything is basically confirmed. But Barcelona, they will be receiving 25 million euros plus 5 million euros and a sell-on clause. But Betis, they will be getting higher rights for Abde as compensation because that loan deal has been terminated early, and Roque will be signing a 5-year deal at Palmeiras. Betis, they will now be receiving roughly 80% of the ownership of Abde, which is a lot more than we would have liked. And also something that was interesting is that Pau Victor was also discussed in the negotiations, and Betis, they wanted a loan with a purchase option, but Barcelona declined. So that could have been very interesting. I do think that we want to keep Pau Victor, but I think that's a right move for all parties. Vitor Roque, he heads back to Brazil. Barcelona, they get some money. And Real Betis, they get some more ownership rights of Abde, a player who is currently playing for them and who they could basically be looking to sell on in the future, potentially. But guys, that was it for the video. Let me know your guys' thoughts on everything that I have discussed on today's video. What do you guys make of those whole Neymar rumors and that whole Neymar saga? How do you guys see that developing? And as well, do you guys think that Joan Garcia is a viable option for Barcelona in that goalkeeper position? Or are you guys saying, he's a doubt. He's a doubt. We want to see a little bit more in that position. And lastly, what do you guys make of Vitor Roque heading back to Palmeiras? But as always, guys, that was it for the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys all. But peace out.